So I made it. I'm at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody. That's if obviously I wouldn't have 10,000 subscribers without my subscribers. So you guys are awesome. I made it in just less than a year, which is cool. That was sort of a lot of one of my goals, you know, like when you start, you're like, if I can make to 10,000 in a year, I'm set. Like people sort of talk about that as sort of a big benchmark that you should do. My first upload date was June 2nd, 2016. So I made it just with a week or two to spare. So thank you guys so much. I definitely thought I wasn't going to make it. I definitely did a few times. I have to say, you know, just to sound like a asshole, when I first started out, I did think that I would be able to do it. But here's the thing. When people compliment me and say, "Oh, how do you write a script a day?" blah blah blah. That's awesome. I really appreciate, you know, you complimenting me. However the fuck good I actually am, it's hard for me to say, obviously, because, you know, I'm me. But even if I'm crap, I'm only crap because I practiced as much as I have to be crap. I actually have taken playwriting classes, which I'm going to touch on later. And I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I've been considered myself a writer and write constantly and, you know, take time out of the day to write structured essays. And I've been doing that for, you know, close to about 20 years. And so, you know, anybody can do it. Just practice a lot. That's my advice for if you're watching this thinking, you know, that you want my advice in any way. How does somebody get to 10,000 subscribers in a year? I mean, now granted, some people get way, way, way more than a year, and maybe you should talk to them. I don't know, but that's what I can offer as advice. Just force yourself to write a whole fucking lot. Force yourself to record yourself reading a whole fucking lot. And don't fall back on stuff. Like if you do something really good, try to do something even better. You obviously can. So yeah, you know, just keep doing it. Have fun with it too. Make sure that you're enjoying it. It's the other thing I would say. Like, I like writing. I like interacting with people. I like coming up with new things. Sometimes even too much, like to the point where I could revise things a little bit more than I do. Like, I'm the type of writer that very often writes something, could probably revise it, and then decides that I just want to write something else. And I have and I lose writing all the time. Like, I probably only have a copy of about like less than 10% of my writing at this point because of all sorts of computer crashes and shit like that. I have I have the best stuff probably, but less than 10%. Less than 10%. You can tell by my YouTube channel how the type of writer I am. I write a lot. So regardless, let's move on. The first thing I want to talk about is Patreon. Patreon, thank you so much for donating to me on Patreon. I want to come up with a list of rewards, but I don't know what to say. So I want you guys to suggest things, and yeah, you know, what would motivate you to pay more money or to pay money to me at all? Maybe I know that Patreon live streams are a thing, but is there anything else? I don't really have that many ideas. I'm really bad at asking people for money, to be perfectly honest. I do things because I like to do them and because there's a demand for them, not because there's a paycheck. Exactly. And it's to my detriment. Like, honestly, I should be like trying to come up with some reason to solicit money from people. But, yeah, if you guys have some things that you would pay for from me, tell me in the comments. What's next? In the future of my channel, I'm probably going to get a new computer so that I can start making less videos. That sounds weird. Okay, I might not make less videos, but I want to make better quality videos where I actually have footage and maybe do a few more response videos, even though I probably won't do that because my audience doesn't really want that. I don't think, because they're my audience and I don't really do that. So, but if anybody has some good ideas about a good PC for me to get, let me know in the comments, because I need to upgrade. My computer is not super great for its purposes anymore. And yeah, but I do need to take a little bit of a break. If you see less videos from me, it might be because I am trying to get in shape again. I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I've kind of let myself go, and I'm supposed to be somebody who's not that. I'm supposed to be in decent shape. I'm supposed to be relatively good looking and not kind of fat. So yeah, that's how I see myself in the world. Whatever. Okay, on to shout outs because I gotta do this. And there's a lot of people, and if I somehow forget you, and I really should have put you in, I'm really sorry, but there's a lot of people already. So first off, I'm gonna thank my friend Joe May, and who made my main artwork. So once again, I'm shouting you out, Joe May. Joe May's on Twitter if you want to talk to them and get them to make art for you. Hit me up, and you can pay them for art, and I think that they're really quite good. Steven Scott Erickson made this art that you can see right here, and he has a music video that I'm going to be hosting or making a music video for, a song, and that's supposed to be my payment, but he hasn't asked me to do that yet. But he's a talented musician, and he has a song about patriarchy, and it's quite funny. So yeah. Okay, Blair White. I'm thinking and shouting out because Blair White was the person that I really watched, and I was like, I need to start making YouTube videos. I should be doing this. I have personal experiences that I should be telling people in the same way that she started out as. I was one of her early subscribers, and I remember her saying things like talking about female privilege, and I was like, you know what? I can offer insights into that kind of thing. So thanks, Blair White. There's certain things that I don't always agree with you with at this point. But you know, you did inspire me. So thanks a whole bunch. Based Mama was one of my first YouTube friends, and the first time I ever streamed, it was with her. I consider her a good friend. She has been a little bit not so much on the internet recently. We miss you. And yeah, I consider her a good friend. She's very smart. Her videos are very matter of fact. She always just says, "Oh, I'm just bitching." But if you want to hear a smart person bitch, it's pretty funny. She's a little bit more conservative than I am, a little bit different lifestyle than me. Obviously, she's a mom with like 6 kids, and I am a gay guy. But she's super cool, and I would love to stream with you in the future. Next, I'm going to thank Kizum Fowler, because Kizum Fowler shouted me out on his channel when I probably only had like 20 subscribers, and he got me up to about 50 subscribers within a few days. And that was really helpful at the very beginning, because a lot of those subscribers that I got from Kizum Fowler were actually people that ended up being loyal to my channel and commenting a lot. And so, you know, when you get that type of subscriber, that's pretty cool. I have a lot of differences of opinion on certain things than him, and we've bickered over the internet. But ultimately, I think he is a good guy, and I want to give credit where credit is due, and thanks where thanks is deserved. So the next person on the list is Failure Accomplished, who is another person that I streamed with very early on. And Failure Accomplished is a really good guy. He's really chill and cool to talk to. And he has a good memory. Like, if you are on a stream with him, he can be in the chat talking to people, and then, you know, it's like he has a good mental bookmark where if somebody says something important, he'll be like, oh, somebody in the chat just said this. So he's a good guy to have around to stream with, and he's like a weird Rolodex of YouTube personalities, where it's kind of like he knows everybody, including a lot of really big YouTubers, and he sets people up to hang out with each other. So when I first streamed with him on his channel, it was with Paul Elam, and that was very early on, and that was cool for me to meet and talk to Paul Elam. And because, you know, Paul Elam's sort of the big current MRA. He runs A Voice for Men, and this was early, before I was actually identifying as a men's rights advocate, and getting to actually talk to Paul Elam and, you know, see how nice of a guy he is to talk to, and how much, you know, he was able to talk to me about the things that I cared about. That was one of the things that made me less hesitant to start really getting more into men's rights issues. Sometimes Paul Elam, I don't want to say anything bad about him. I would say that I sometimes think that he's a little bit harsh when he criticizes people. I'm not going to say who, but sometimes he talks about certain people and criticizes them, and I'm not sure I entirely agree, and I think maybe he shouldn't do that so much. But you know what? I don't really know his motivations that well, so I'm not going to criticize Paul Elam that much. Paul Elam, I think you're cool, and I appreciate talking to you and the fact that you retweet some of my videos sometimes and that kind of thing. And if you ever want to chat soon, I probably have a ton more to say to you. And if you want to say stuff to me, you can. And let's see, who else? Okay, the cunt stream. I have to talk about the cunt stream. Schmeckle and Wrath of Controversy. Both of the people are cool. Wrath of Controversy has been on my streams a lot. Schmeckle, not so much. And they have this stream called the cunt stream, which is kind of it's turning into, I don't want to say a drama stream, but there's been a lot of drama on it recently, and they've been getting more viewers because of that. And they've been managing to wrangle some pretty big YouTuber type guests. And there was this really funny drama that I was actually there for where Angry MGTOW was saying that he was going to get CPS to come to Jeff Holiday's house, and then Jeff Holiday came on the channel and was yelling at him, and it was pretty brilliant. So yeah, check out the cunt stream, check out Wrath of Controversy, and check out Schmeckle. Okay, next is Sister Danger. Sister Danger is an actual real life friend of mine at this point because she lives somewhat near me and we hang out. And she has been playing my PlayStation 4, or she came over one night to do that. She's been busy recently, so you haven't probably seen her on YouTube because she has been organizing her festivals that she does for the summer. She's cool. Hope to have her back soon. And yeah, Persephone66. I am shouting out because she's cool, but also just because when I was pretty small, like I probably had, less than 500 subscribers or so, she shouted me out in some sort of video or something. I don't really remember what it is anymore, but she said I was criminally undersubscribed, and I appreciate that, so thank you very much. Next, I'm going to shout out my friend Matthew C., who is my little boy's all grown up. My little boy's all grown up. He has over 2,000 subscribers now, maybe close to 3,000. And he was one of the probably first 50 subscribers to my channel, and he was commenting all the time. He talks a lot about SJWs and especially trans trenders. He has a guest video on my channel. He's quite funny. He's in high school, and he's trans. Which he talks about on his channel a lot. It's not like secret. So he's one of the cool trans people that makes fun of the shitty trans people, or the shitty fake trans people. Watch his videos. They're quite funny. We'll probably do another collaboration at some point in the future. Next person on my list is Wrecked SJW Videos, aka Gutenberg, another very, very early subscriber and friend of mine. I actually met over Facebook in some sort of group, and we have been friends ever since. Another person that I haven't seen so much on YouTube recently. I think he's probably been working more and stuff. So yeah, but we miss you, dude. Come back, hang out with us. You're cool. The next person on the list is Your Boy Pat. Your Boy Pat is really cool. He's been on my channel a bunch. He was literally in one of the first live streams I was ever in. I think actually the first. He is a sensible black guy that has kids and seems to be a good father. He's talked to me about fathering on my channel, and I appreciate people like that. I appreciate good parents and parents who are of a minority type and have kids that are a minority type that are not instilling a victim complex in their kids. That's a cool thing. And yeah, the next person on the list is Skeptor. Skeptor is a great guy with a good channel. You've probably seen him. He's, pretty big, significantly bigger than I am. He has, he had this really good video called like the patriarchy fallacy. People should check out that video if they want to watch a video. That was my favorite that I remember. He had me on his streams a few times pretty early on in my YouTubing career, and I appreciate that. It's always awesome when a person who's significantly, bigger than you, or over 20,000 subs asks you on a stream. You feel like really, really glad. That's awesome. So thanks, Skeptor. You're good, dude. Roberto Blake. Roberto Blake is a YouTube personality who I just had a few messages with him. It's not like we actually know each other, but I just want to shout him out because he makes really good video, what's the word for it? Help how to grow your YouTube channel tutorials. That's the word. So he has a lot of really good specific information about what's the best way to use to maximize your search engine tags and, like, you know, how to get your videos to show up, how to grow your channel. And he seems to know a lot about programming and stuff, and that's what's really valuable about him. So yeah, if you're interested in growing your channel, check out Roberto Blake. The next person is Bane666. Bane666 is an awesome MRA channel. He's very thorough. He makes these very long videos where he kind of like talks about what feminists say about MRAs and, you know, debunks the various things that they say. And he's had me in a video of his, and he also had me do a guest video for his channel. So yeah, thanks a whole bunch. You're a cool dude. The next person on my list is Sinatra Says, because reasons. Now, Sinatra Says is a good guy. I haven't seen him so much around recently, but I was on a stream with him last week, and he had me do a guest video for his channel, and thanks a bunch. You're a cool dude, and it'd be cool to talk to you again soon. The next people on the list, Jeff Holiday and Wizard of Cause, aka the YouTube Saints. These are both two super cool dudes. I have streamed with Wizard of Cause numerous times now, and Jeff Holiday actually met in person on New Year's Eve. They had me on their show, the YouTube Saints. It got me a lot of subscribers. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out their show, the YouTube Saints, they have big guests on, and they have very good chemistry together in terms of being co-hosts. They're quite funny, and subscribe to their channel separately if you haven't already. You probably have, though. Next person on the list, Irate Bear. Irate Bear, you're cool, you're a cunt, you're British, and yeah, I don't know what else to say at this moment. I'm saying so much about so many people, you know? The next person on the list is Miss Misa. Really, really sweet girl. I thought that she like wasn't making videos, and then I looked at her channel and she has all these new videos. I haven't had a chance to catch up, but yeah, I think Miss Misa should start writing plays because I know that she studies English literature, and I think that she should start getting into writing plays because it's always good to start while you're at uni because she can take classes. And I think that she would probably be good at it. Just, you know, that's just what I think. The next person on the list is Cognitive Thought. Cognitive Thought is probably my best British friend in the way that we've streamed probably the most times with each other. I know that someone's going to think that, you know who's going to get upset, if anybody, would be Drunken Uncle, who I guess I'll just mention at once. Drunken Uncle is somebody that I popped his cherry in terms of being the first person. He had never streamed, and then he came on one of my streams. But Cognitive Thought, I've probably streamed with a little bit more, and Cognitive Thought and I did a 2-part response video to Cat Black, and it ended up being like something like 20 minutes long total. So we had 2 different sessions where we had to write it together, and or maybe even like 3. Took a long time making that shit. So yeah, he's a cool dude with a cool channel. You've probably seen it. And Drunken Uncle is too. Drunken Uncle does really great voice acting. So if anybody needs a wacky British man, Drunken Uncle, I probably would recommend the most. Just to be honest, everybody else is great. So okay, all my British friends are out of the way. Next I'm going to say Sky Ninja and Terminator Speaks, or Terminator Rants. Sorry, it's Sky Ninja Speaks and Terminator Rants. 2 of my really early friends on YouTube. I haven't seen them around so much, and but they are still my friends on Facebook, and I appreciate you guys, and we should talk again soon. Also, Casey Dennison. Casey Dennison has a channel, and he was one of my very, very early friends. He was my token young white male Republican friend that lives in the Midwest, and he's cool. I think he has a channel again. Next is The Liberal Hammer and Very Valen. The Liberal Hammer is we have streamed a number of times. You guys might know him through Irate Bear. He was the gay guy that came to defend him when Pop and Ollie was mad at Irate Bear. So yeah, he's cool, and Very Valen is cool. This other gay guy, and we've been having like gay guy streams sometimes, which I think that maybe uh we should maybe do more often, and maybe have a few more people, and maybe stay a little bit focused and like not get as drunk as we have, because I've been, both Liberal Hammer and I have been getting kind of drunk. Valen, not so much. I don't think he really drinks. Next, I'm going to shout out Edindro Whitehall. Edindro, I don't know how you're this far down the list. I hope you're still watching if you started watching this. Edindro is one of those friends that like, he takes the piss out of you as a friend a lot, and you get used to like talking shit, and sometimes you're like, you know how you have those friends where you talk shit to each other and then they go away for a while, and you don't realize how much you're going to miss them because you like talk shit about them and to them, and they talk shit about you. Well, that kind of happened with him. He was on like all of my streams for probably like a month straight, like a really long time. He was seriously on probably like 7 to 9 streams of mine, and then he was gone, and I haven't talked to him for probably like three weeks or so. And I was like, I miss Edindro. And so I actually wrote him on Twitter last night, and he said he was around, and actually saw him in a stream earlier today. So it's cool to see you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Next I'm going to shout out Elephant in the Room, and he's somebody that makes really, really great memes really quickly. Hopefully he's going to have a meme ready for me to illustrate. I tweeted at him waiting for that meme, so hopefully there's a meme showing right now while I'm talking in this video. Hit this guy up if you ever want memes for your videos. He's really cool. Lastly, I'm gonna shout out Theron Meyer, Molly Tai, and my friend Lyra, who have all been, and oh god, and I forgot, now I'm like tokenizing trans people, but my friend Equal Rights Advocate, these are all people that were very early on when I first started YouTubing. I talked to them about various LGBT type things. There weren't really any gay guys, but there was a lot of trans women. So these were just people that I wanted to shout out and say, hey, I hope you're doing well. Theron Meyer, people know who that is. We talked a little bit on Facebook early on, which is why. And she's actually been joining my streams recently. So yeah, thanks everybody. I would be nothing without all of my friends and supporters. And there's something very distinct that happens with the internet and community, which is that when you find the pulse, which I kind of think that the anti-SJW free speech crowd really is, when you put your finger on the pulse, especially if you're sort of a centrist and you're just doing it because of principle and not because of any sort of like broader tribalism, you end up disconnecting yourself from a lot of people, and it can be very isolating, and it can be very intense, and it's kind of like you feel like you can't look away, like you don't have time to look away. But we're going through a period of political change, a drastic, and the regressive left is just crashing. SJWs are going out of style. So, it's cool to give yourself a break and recalibrate. And I might just be doing that myself a little bit. I have some weird stuff going on in my life circumstances that I never talk about at all, period, and I don't plan to. And yeah, thanks everybody for being along for the ride, and I will continue to make videos and be on streams. And I'm gonna go play my PlayStation 4 now. Okay, night everybody.